Yes, guys, and a welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102. So I did a stream several weeks back, and it was basically on the update, and it was my Peterborough United save. And the update, as a lot of you already know, it can be quite hard, and I tend to sort of like quit games like they're going out of fashion. That being said, we still go strong with Peterborough United. We played a little bit here and there, and when I say a little bit, I mean a fucking little bit here and there. But we have recently come to the end of Season 3, and we have not disgraced ourselves at all, because we finished, let me show you where we finished. We finished in a very respectable place in the Premier League. We finished third. Man City just fucking killed it. They really did just kill it, Man City. You just can't get nowhere near Man City on the update. They're insane. Now, we had problems. If I remember on my stream, I was in debt. Now, we managed to get ourselves out of debt. And in terms of money, we're not brilliant, but we are better than what we were. We've got a bit of a stadium now since we went into the Premier League, 21,400 all-seater. We've got excellent facilities now, 16 out of 20. And the formation we're currently at is actually one of the default 4-3-3s, because I've been through so many formations, it's unreal. We've had players come and go all over the place. The most notable player that's recently gone is Jadon Sancho. We got him we got him stunningly after Season 1. And I think at the end of Season 1, that's your time to get players that are out on loan. They returned back from their loan. He returned to Man United. He was not needed. Bang, we swooped in there and we got him. And as you can see, we got him. You know, he did not disgrace himself in Peterborough colours by no means. So he certainly contributed. We brought some players. We still maintain the ruling that no one player can be sold in the same window that he was purchased. We brought Den Docker. We actually got some good business out of Den Docker, as you can see. But business is massive. You know, we have to do a lot of business. Iwobi was a little bit shit, to be honest with you. We took a cut on Iwobi, just didn't really cut it for us. But let me show you the sort of players that I'm working with. We recently brought Onana, believe it or not. And the reason I brought Onana, right, is because I was confident that with Onana and that Bayendir of Man United, you know, because he was ever present for me last season, you know, we would do well. Then I managed to get this guy, Rodriguez. What a fucking player. What an absolute monster of a goalkeeper he is. We got him. We should have got him for 4.8, but he had a 4.8 release clause. He then signed a new contract whilst I'd offered him a deal with a new release clause of 6 million. So we went for him and still got him. At that point, I thought, right, let's try and cash in now on Altay Bayendir. And we did have a £14 million offer, if the truth be told. I think that's what he's worth, actually. We did have a £14 million offer. Look at that. No one wanted him at 10 million. And ironically, the offers were both from Celtic and Galatasaray. Galatasaray, we tried to exchange it for 2 Turks, which never materialised. And Celtic, I tried to get somebody. So I want to try and sell him, to be honest with you. And we've also got Brad Collins, who's no good to me. But I should put out, and a big up here to Neil. Neil, of course, we did a lot of work, me and Neil, ages ago about youngsters, and that's where players like Rodriguez comes from. We shared each other's shortlist, and, you know, this guy is fucking amazing. But I think, you know, it doesn't matter about certain attributes. I mean, decisions is brilliant, but really I need to see that real top attribute being a key attribute within goalkeeping, because you'll see what I mean. So let's look at my defenders then. We'll go through these. Who should we start with then? They're not top shelf. They are not top shelf. Ben White, marquee signing, has been absolutely brilliant. He's arrived as my captain. Giles, we brought Giles because he had a big crossing ability. Big player for me last season, to be honest with you, but it's just not good enough, I don't think, at this level. Bamba, Markovic, look at Markovic. I think Markovic has got some credentials. He's like Vidic regen in my little world. Verdi, absolute solid central defender there. Another one. Now, this was one of the guys I tried to get on the exchange with Galatasaray, and it was falling through it, and I ended up getting him along with a goalkeeper, which I'll show you in a moment, but he wanted stupid wages, but we offered it anyway. And that's my downfall, really. That was a bit of a risky signing, to be honest with you. He became available on a free transfer from Aston Villa. We'll see. Murphy. Now, Murphy's a star man. Injury prone is a bit fucking worrying, to be honest with you, but I think that's an auto value. Auto value of 11 million when I paid 1.5 for him. So we've really gone to town, and Helmard looks shit, but he was one of my better players last season. Let's go straight to my forward men. Banel looks solid. Nunes, now any ideas who that is? That is the regen of Messi. We got him 4.6, but it's just not really done it. Laurent, I don't know who he's a regen of, but what a fucking player. Absolute beastly striker that is. And if you think that's bad, then the Ronaldo regen is there. The Ronaldo regen, I think the fact that they're still young, they're struggling to really adapt, I think. We've recently got this guy here, Lucas Hippolito. What a player. What an absolute player. 600 grand, he had a release clause. Scotty's another youngster. Again, big thanks to Neil. Andy, what the fuck? To Neil. Neil was contributed towards some of these, some of which I don't know who he's responsible for, some of which he is, some of which he isn't. Solid player, some of which we found together. I don't think he's going to last here. We got him on a free transfer on a Bosman from Frankfurt. Over to midfielders now then. Now this was a real big one because of his injury prone, but, you know, it's the risk I was prepared to take. It really was. Lihardi, I think he was a freebie. He was a freebie, and he's got an auto value. Now, the auto value is a huge sign that, you know, he's a half-decent player. We brought in some good players. You know, we've really gone to town with some players that were risks. Fermin Lopez from Barcelona C, I think it was, Barcelona B. Babardi, we paid a lot of money for him. We triggered the release clause at PSV. Somerville, I don't know if Somerville's going to make it. I think we triggered some sort of release clause to get him. Danny Rodriguez, of course, we picked him up very early on. He was Serie C, and he's been absolutely brilliant for me season before last. But not last season, he didn't really make it. Omari Hutchinson, he was available on a free. Again, big release, big auto value. And finally, we got in, now Fernandez, we got him as part of an exchange with Boca Juniors. Now let me remind myself who Boca Juniors got off us. There it was, they brought in Van Heckel. I think Van Heckel was coming out of contract soon. The contracts were really big because when we were buying players in the Championship, they were only taking 3-year deals at best. So they'd have a season in the Championship, a season in the Premier League. So this season would be, they wouldn't sign a new deal. So we had to really do some business. In the Resis, so let's show you the Resis now. We brought in this Turkish silly wages. I know silly wages, and that is gonna bite me on the arse. There's no doubt about that. We've got some solid players ready to come through in the youngsters. We're not short of left backs, that's for sure. Some of which are not the greatest in the world, but nevertheless they could still maybe do a job. Casa looks good. Palucci still looking good. Fuck knows who this guy is, right? And I was a bit reluctant to bring him into the seniors, but look at him. He's like a new Zidane. I don't know who he is, and I found him on a French scout. Sure, I found him on a French scout, and so obviously he was only on a free, and I almost fucking had an orgasm when I saw him because he looked fucking brilliant then. Miller, you're available to go on a free. Not even worth me wasting my time. Solid. Again, nice solid DMC. I think I've got him this season, actually, from Lazio. We've already looked at Semic. Let's go to the guys up top then. Oh, and he's going on a free. He's going. And we brought in this Cariccio, who's on big wages. So, we've looked at the long haul of this. I don't think C is going much further than one season. But, to be honest with you, right, I've surpassed what I thought I'd get past. So, we're looking good. If anyone's got any ideas what to play on the update, let me know. It's got to fit within the self-imposed rules of at least 2 at the back and at least 2 wide men. We cover that here. We've got 4 at the back here. We've got 2 wide men in our back too, but, we've got another one over here. It's so difficult to just get a solid, consistent formation. Several players have gone then, as I said. We've had to do a lot of business here, there and everywhere. Last season, we had plenty of players go. Vinny Souza went to Birmingham City. We had to cash in. We got rid of this Bosnian defender. Oh, he's moved again. So we picked him up for 2.6. He was very good, and we sold him at Newcastle again So, you know, we have to do business where we need to. No doubt about that. But we are in the Champions League this season, and we haven't actually started our groups off yet, have we? No, we haven't. So we edged through. Our opening game at Brentford, was a little bit pissed off with that. Was very pissed off, to be honest. But I guess relieved, I suppose. Edged Man City. Well, there you go. What can you say? And we edged through on that as well. I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. Who knows? But that's it from me then on the update game. Let's have a look at jobs available. It might be worth looking. Nah, nothing really, is there? Let's take a look at our manager stats quickly. We're good. Okay, we're good in England. And we're average on world. That's probably because we've not been in Europe. So, you know, we'll see what we get. I mean, Man City, I'm saying that Man City, Man City do have an absolute insane... Actually, not got as much money as I thought. I expect them to have a lot more money than that. But they have got an absolute insane team, insane squad. I mean, still sporting Erling Haaland. Junior, absolutely ridiculous. De Bruyne is still going strong, although he is injured now. But look at him, he's still scoring. He's still, still creating assists. He's still under contract. Who was the player that they got? I mean, Foden's still going strong. Rodri still looks a fucking... I mean, look, it looks like the Incredible fucking Hulk, don't he? And I think that's what I'm lacking. I think that's the problem here. Diaz, look at Diaz. Fucking ridiculous. And then they've got Bastoni alongside him in defence. I mean, I can't compete with that. I really cannot compete with that at all. Rico Lewis is pretty fucking solid. They're all really solid. Rodrigo. I thought they had another monster. Rodrigo's there as well. So Junior and Rodrigo, probably why they've got no money. Ivan Toney, I didn't even realise that. Ivan Toney's keeping Erling Haaland out. What is that all about? Unhappy with his manager. That's quite interesting. If the job came up, I can't see the job coming up anytime soon. Ederson's still the main goalkeeper. It looks like it's starting to age, the squad, to be honest with you. Of course, James Trafford. So they've got a pretty decent backup goalkeepers. They brought him from, they brought him a few years ago. Okay, so that's where we're at then with our Peterborough game. Bernardo Silva still going strong. Kovacic still going. Yeah, motherfuckers, aren't they? They're motherfuckers. But we need to knock them off their perch, don't we? We really do. I mean, 6 titles in a row. What am I supposed to do? It really is frustrating. Might adopt a formation that Mark Rutgers has been using, which is very sort of the 4-3. This is what Mark Rutgers is tending to do. Might try that. Might give him the benefit of the doubt and see. Who knows? But that's it from me, guys. Till next time, take it easy.